everyone, good morning. Today's question is, what's the role of project managers in a typical agile organization? Where they fits in agile organization? So that's the question.
Hi, for today's question, what is the role of an agile project manager? Where does he fit in the whole agile world? Let's try to understand a few accountabilities, responsibilities for an agile project manager, and with that, we would also understand where he would fit in the whole ecosystem of the agile world. The first and foremost, very important, this responsibility, which is for project financials, it's only with agile project manager. It's not with scrum master or with PO or any other accountability. It lies solely with the project manager. Now, what it includes is how much money is going to be allocated to this particular team, how many new team members would be given, how many team members would be going out, coming in, how many teams would be there. So that still lies with the project manager. On the same lines, the financial and the portfolio responsibility in this particular, let's say, Scrum project, how many more projects or how many more teams would be working, right? If it's a scale agile framework, now in that there can be multiple component teams or multiple teams are going to work together in a one in a unison. So in that case, that responsibility of project financials, it still lies with the project manager. Next is a very generic thing, but it's a very important one, which is the status reporting. While it is also common with Scrum Master, but for Scrum Master, it's a very short or a small duration or or not very big vision of the status that is being reported. So what I mean to say is the status would be for this sprint or last few sprints or few upcoming sprints or the whole release, for example. But in case of project manager, it would be for multiple releases down the line. How the defect quality or defect density is there for the team since past months or quarters, and how it's going to go, how it's going to be improved going forward. That also overlaps with Scrum Master. Now there might be some justifications for some matrices not being on track. Now, while those are communicated from Scrum Master to the project manager for let's say last 2 sprints, 5 sprints, for project manager, the same needs to be communicated to the higher management on the organization side and on the customer side, because that does not come in the scope of Scrum Master. It might be an exception for Scrum Master to share that on either of the sides or both of the sides, but for a project manager, it is one of the key responsibilities. Now, the scope is something which lies a lot on for the status reporting. The scope lies a lot on the PO and project manager, wherein status reporting was with Scrum Master and project manager. Scope of this release or this sprint, that lies and that overlaps with the product owner. Next, a very important thing is project governance. Now, in a very layman language, project governance is as simple as keeping the projects running smoothly, which is with on budget, with timely deliverables, and while keeping the client satisfied. Now, that's a very small line, but it's a very big framework that goes behind the project governance. It has policies, it has regulations, it has processes which the team would be following. It would have certain procedures. It would have what all responsibilities would there be, who would be the key person on those responsibilities. All that comes under project governance. Now, project manager is the one who is going to keep up with the project governance, and it needs to be communicated on both the sides, again on the management side, on the organization, and to the management, to the client side as well. Next is a very important thing, because this again does not come under Scrum Master. which is the identification of roles or resources, right? Now that does not lie with the Scrum Master. Scrum Master would never tell who should be in the team, who should not be in the team, or what all technology related key people should be added to the team, or related key people should be added to the team, or what all people are in a surplus and they should be removed and then replaced with some other technology. So all that still lies with the project manager. Yes, those needs would still come bottom up. The team, PO, Scrum Master can communicate that, but that communication would happen to the project manager, and then he would take it forward to get the recruitment happen, procurement happen for certain servers or certain licenses. So that still lies with the project manager, right? Next is another important item, which is communication. Next is the communication. So for that, there are multiple directions of communication that happens. First and foremost, it's business stakeholder communication, right? While the key person to do that would be PO, but to groom that, to ensure that it's happening in the right way, right manner, all the important characteristics, attributes are there with the communication that's going to happen with the business people. If all the important stakeholders are there or not, from both the sides, from our organization side and from the customer side, that's something that project manager would have to work with PO. Next is again an important communication, which is issue or risk kind of communication. If there is any specific resolution, mitigation, or any kind of escalation that happens for the risk, if there are any barriers or impediments that are above the team, which Scrum Master is not able to resolve or needs help at a next level, that again project manager would step into and help that to the team. Now multiple of these things are going to be overlapped with the PO, with the team, the Scrum Master, but ultimately project manager is the one who is going to be the next level of escalation point, or who's going to be the next level of person who's going to take it up and get things sorted. Last two are project planning, because while the sprint planning and sprint related stuff still lies with the team, project planning at the next level, at the release, project vision, project roadmap, that still lies with the project manager, and multiple other things which again overlaps with PO, with stakeholder. In the world of SAFe, it might be overlapping with RTEs. So a lot of the circles overlap, but project manager would remain common in all these places. Last is a very important one, which is change management. Now, while small scope plus or minus, it remains with the team. PO is going to be there to negotiate, to ensure it happens in the right. But if it comes to big changes in the scope, a huge scope going to be added in or taken out of the product roadmap, project manager would play a vital role to ensure that we have the right approvals, the right kind of stakeholders are informed. If there is a change control board in the organization, they are looped in, they are informed, their consent, their approvals are taken on time. If there are any escalation related to change control, change management which needs to happen, that actually does happen in the right way. So all these stuff, all these accountabilities, responsibilities are with the project manager.
Hi all, this is Kirti, and today's question is, what is that one thing which you would not want the interviewer to ask you? So there can be many, but I would like to say that I would not wish in any interview if people ask me, rate your Jira skills or how much Jira knowledge you have, because that is a fair idea of Jira is definitely a good to have for all the Scrum Masters. But based on my personal experience, in my previous organization, we did not use much Jira. It was without tool, but the qualities of a good Scrum Master is way beyond Jira or any tools. It's what they inherit right from their career. like the ownership, the communication skills, the conflict management, the stakeholder management, the imbibing the Scrum principles in their teams, making their teams more and more self-organized, not being that indispensable Scrum Master. So all these things are much more important and crucial to gauge a Scrum Master's skill set. So if in any interview they just ask bookish questions, or just they focus more on Jira, if to know how to administrate. It's just a tool, it's a 2 days course, anybody can do it and just start. It's a very user friendly tool, so that should not be a rejecting or accepting factor for a person who are willing to work as a Scrum Master. So that's my answer for the interview.
Hello everyone. So today's question is, what is the role of project manager in agile organization, and how they where they fit in agile organization? So first of all, let's go through a project manager role in traditional or waterfall model. So basically, in a waterfall model, project manager is a person who walks through all the SDFC life cycle. And in waterfall model, project manager works very closely with the project team, or you can say delivering or delivery team. And coming to agile project manager role, so basically in agile, project manager responsibility is to communicate with the top management. Basically in agile, there is a one more role, we can say it's like Scrum Master role. So Scrum Master is responsible to communicate or to remove the impediment of the Scrum team, and so the project manager is responsible to communicate very closely with the Scrum Master to close the communication gap between the Scrum team and top management. Suppose if the Scrum team is facing any issue or any impediment, that can be solved with the help of top management. So in this case, the team will discuss the problem or the issue with first of all with the Scrum Master. And suppose if the Scrum Master is not able to resolve it, so he will take this issue towards the project manager, and project manager will help to resolve this issue with the help of top management. It can be any kind of issue, you can say some tool is required, or some third party issue is there. For that you will be requiring a top management help. So in such cases the project manager plays an important role in agile organization as well. So if we can check, like in agile, we are required to maintain a very good relationship with the client or vendor. So for such purpose as well, the project manager is required to maintain a good relationship. And like in agile, the project manager is also required to maintain the matrices, or to monitor the matrices. So basically the project manager responsibility is also to check upon the risks of the project and the budget or costing purpose at high level. So coming to a question like where they fits in, is basically we have 3 roles in our Scrum team: developers, product owner, and Scrum Master. And above the Scrum Master, the project manager fits their role to look overall, or look at high level on Scrum team, so that if there is any issue or any kind of things that need to be checked, that needs to be taken care, so project manager can help. Considering one more example here, like suppose there are 4 to 5 scrums team, and uh, all the scrum teams have their common project manager. So basically here we can say like a single person or a single project manager can take 3 to 4 teams, or take care of 3 to 4 teams, and mm, uh, like and can deliver a quality product to the client, so that we can achieve the target and generate the revenue for it. Thank you.
Hi all, good evening. Today's question is, what is the role of project manager in agile organization, or where do they fit in the agile organization? So in agile there are different frameworks, we are all aware of it, and one of the most widely used framework is Scrum. And in Scrum we have three defined roles, that is product owner, Scrum Master, and also the development team. And project manager is not defined, but it doesn't mean that there is no requirement for a project manager in the Scrum. It is an external role where the roles and responsibilities are overlapping with other roles in the Scrum. I mean to say, few roles and responsibilities of project manager is shared by the other team members. I mean to say, it can be the product owner or Scrum Master or within the development team. Project manager is an individual who will try to visualize the work in multiple layers depending on the project requirement. So I can tell is a kind of a master product owner. Few of the roles like what PO will be exhibiting, so those roles also will be taken care by the project manager in the project. And what he will be working mainly with, he will be working regarding the project planning, or it can be with respect to the resource allocation or the budget planning. And you will also be working with the other management team, so that you can try to improve the team effectiveness or the productivity of the team. Like Scrum Master, product manager also will try to empower the team. I mean to say, you will try to motivate the team members and try to set certain boundaries or rules, like how the process should be, and you will try to ensure that the team members are also respecting those. Project manager is also responsible for team formation. I mean to say, he will be owning that responsibility for aligning the team members based on their skill set, and he would also try to motivate the team members so that team are cross functional and they are self organized. Along with this, he will also try to be a coordinator, and he will work with product owner few times, and he will try to assign or map any task to the team members, so that he ensures that the team is working iteratively so that they can deliver the accepted product or within the time frame and the expected budget. Like we have metrics in Scrum, so project manager also will have a certain goal set for the team members, based on which he will be working on the individual performance review or any updates, so that he will be working with team members to improve their or provide a channel for their career progression as well. He will also effectively collaborate with the stakeholders and receive the necessary inputs or the feedback, and try to improvise the process and how they are dealing. And most of the time he acts as a coordinator, and he will try to be like an anchor between the high level requirement and work execution on the team. Like Scrum Master, project manager is also responsible for team empowerment. So if he feels that he needs to see how the team grows like a pretty flower, so you need to ensure that he gives time for the team, so that you do not disturb the team or interfere what they are working, and fall back on the team for the repeated status to take the review, like update what they are working. So if he avoids that, he can try to build the trust within the team members, and also he can make sure that the team is focused on the work whatever it is assigned or picked by them. And he also needs to ensure that team is capable enough to work together and deliver the product or the feature whatever is agreed. So we need to understand that agile is not like if someone is ordering something and we are delivering, but we are developing the product together as a scrum team. Thank you.